Hi friends, welcome back. Naji here. So let's discuss about batch embeddings with Vertex AI. Okay, so consider a scenario. We have a large JSON file and we need to convert embeddings out of it. Okay, so this JSON can be documents, articles, and logs. Okay, anything, and we need to create embeddings of this JSON file. So what are the basic challenges we will face if you try to execute a large JSON file or any file, any big file, right? So we cannot process this large data online on the real-time manner because it's huge, right? And uh, online embedding APIs are designed for small records, not a millions of records. And doing it synchronously would be slow because our client has to wait for some time, and usually like timeout will be happening. So it is actually expensive and unreliable. And what we do in such a scenario, right? So in a such scenario we will do some kind of a asynchronously batch processing that we will do the same method that we can do here also. So what in real scenario what we will do, we will upload this into a storage location, and we will read it from the storage location, and we will do the batch processing, or we will be asynchronously convert this in this embedding process. Then we will save back into the cloud storage location, or we will save into some cloud location. Then we will notify the client, or we will notify the user something like, okay, we have completed this and you guys can come and take this. Okay, so that is the usual architecture that we will follow. So in this video we will try to execute this, or I will try to show this. We will have a JSON file, but it is not a big file, it is a very small file for the sake of discussion or for the sake of demo. Then I will upload that into a cloud storage, and we will run a batch processing. Then later I will show you how the output is created. Okay, for that what we can do, so here I am in GCP home page or the console page. Here what I'm going to do, I'm going to search for the bucket. So bucket is a storage in which we can store any documents. Okay, so this is similar to the S3 buckets in AWS, and here we will call it as a bucket. Now let me go and create a bucket here. So let me create here. I can create the bucket name as batch Naji 002. Let's continue. And I don't want the multiple region here. Just make it yours is one, and let's continue. And I'm keeping rest of the things as default. Continue. Continue. Create. Okay, let me confirm, and I'm creating it. Could be like publicly accessible. Okay. So here we can see I have created a S3 bucket. Now I will show you my file. Okay, so if you come here, you can see the batch json.json. So this is a small file. It containing the content. This is the content, and only two JSONs are there. It's a JSON L file. It contains only two records are there. We'll see how can we process this one. Okay, for that what I need to do, I can go back to the bucket. Here I'm going to upload this. So let's go select upload. Here go to Vertex AI, and this is my JSON file. Let me upload it. So upload is started and file is uploaded, and we can see that it's successfully uploaded. Okay, now we can go back to our Visual Studio Code and we can start writing our code. So this is the common template code that we discussed in our previous videos. What this does is we are creating some credentials and connecting to our console, our project, our GCP console, right? So I'm just executing it. Now we can start importing a few packages which is needed for the batch processing. Okay, so here I'm going to import large language model. I can import text embedding model. Okay, now what I can do, I can create text embedding model. Which text embedding model I need, so I can use that text embedding model dot from pre-trained. I can select text embedding, I believe it's 005. Let me execute it. So the execution is progress. So we have selected this particular embedding model. Okay, this also we discussed in our last video. Now what we are going to do, we are going to run a batch processing. For that I can select em dot, and it's actually providing a batch predict method. Okay, so here we can see this is a batch predict method. I can select this, and it has few parameters, right? So what we are concentrating is we need the two parameters for this video. One is the dataset and other one is the dataset URI destination underscore URI prefix. So let me first set the dataset. Dataset, this can be a list or this can be a string. Okay, so let me put it as a list, and I can go back to here, select this. Maybe somewhere here I can copy the path. Let me check this. Let me copy the URL. Let's go back to here, and here we can see this. Okay, so this is my data set. Okay, now I can set a destination URI prefix. Here also I can mention which URL I need. Okay, for that what I am going to do, I'm going to create a folder. Okay, I can create a folder. Let me see how can I do that. Create a folder. Here I'm going to say it's a output folder. Create it. Okay, I need my output here in this folder. For that I can go and select its path. Let me select the path. I am here. Here I can mention the path. Okay, so this is my path, but I need to put the GS in front of it. Let's do that. GS path and the output file name. Okay, I can say batch JSON output.json. I'm putting it in a JSON format. Okay, so this is the format of the batch processing. So here we can say I am mentioning the dataset and I'm mentioning the destination URL. So let's execute it. So under the hood in the background, it is creating some kind of a batch process or background process. So let me copy and paste this. I'm trying to copy this. Let me copy and paste it here. So we can see the batch process status here. Okay, so if you look on this, let's load it. Okay, here we can see it is creating an ID and the model that we have mentioned, and the import location is mentioned. Okay, then export location is mentioned, and it's actually completed. Status is completed. It took only that 27 seconds only, because our file is too small. Okay, so let's go back to our bucket, and here click on the output. See, here we can see our file. Let me open the JSON. Anonymous call. Okay, so we can download this first. So let me download it. Download is completed. I'm going to open this. Let's wait. Let me put it here. Okay, so this is my output file that is completed or downloaded for the bucket. Here we can see the content, and we can, if you scroll down to the right part, move to the right, we can see the embeddings created for this particular file. Okay, so it's 63 KB of file, something like that. Okay, so we can see the entire embedding is created for this particular file. So in this way we can implement. So I have tried it for only the 2 records, right? So in this way we can try it for like a maybe like GBs of data or the MBs of data. Then we can easily able to create embeddings of those files. Okay, so I believe that is clear, and yeah, so that was agenda of this particular video. I believe it is clear, and if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment box. I will try to answer that. So that's all about in this video. Please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.